We're back, and this one is about the state of music in 2017. We are big music guys. We love music. So we're just going to talk about a little bit about why 2017 has been kind of disappointing, but also a little bit enlightening in the fact that we realize we love lazy-ass music. Like in the fact that Sway Lee is now infecting our brains with Unforgettable and the recent joint he did with Ty Dolla and Future, and we're just like, why do we love this when this dude cannot sing? Like, what is going on that's making us love these songs so much? Migos, the kings of like lazy music, but we can't stop. Like, we were really bumping Motorsport in here earlier, and we were having a good time with it.
Facts.
Yeah, because it's just, and Cardi B, oh Cardi B, you Bronx princess, how I love you. Just like out of nowhere. Nowhere. I only knew Cardi B because my wife watched Love and Hip Hop and kept telling me about this crazy chick from the Bronx who was funny and like always had her boobs out, and now she's like one of the biggest rappers in the world.
So,
Crazy.
First of all, he's Julian and G.K.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like the Julian and G.K.
Yeah, in case you
like,
didn't know who we are, but you should know by now.
Yeah, of course, man. What's wrong with you? but I don't follow trendy things like that, like on purpose. You know what I mean? I like my life. You know, like I consume things my own pace, my own way. So I ain't never seen no Love and Hip Hop. So I didn't know who Cardi B was until I watched the BET Awards, and she performed this whack ass song on the after show and the after party. So she wasn't even on the pre-show or the actual telecast of the actual awards. They just threw her in like standing on top of a bar or something. Right? And she sang this song that I couldn't even make out, but like people were trying to jam to it. But I'm like, who is she? Mm-hmm. But then like 3 weeks later, like I'm like every radio station I'm on, yeah, I still listen to radio. I'm old school. Like they keep bumping this song. I'm like, who is that? It's like that's Cardi B. I'm like, wait, it sounds familiar. It sounds like the song she did on BET, but the song she did on BET was whack, or she was whack. Like I don't know what it was. Yeah. But then that song was Bodak Yellow. Like that song was actually the hottest song of the summer, arguably the year. Yep. And then I'm like, what? And then on top of it, we listened to Motorsport, and we're like, yo, there's no way that they originally planned. Like, first of all, Migos is just doing Migos. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they got beat. They got. I don't know. They have fun with the drum machine. They have fun. They got fun with the auto tune. There's 3 of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think they just talk. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Motorsport, where they're playing sport. Like that's lazy as hell. That's straight from the school of Soulja Boy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Word. We on the phone like da 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 da. That's not even words, and that was a hit. But anyway. So they were just like, man, what do you think about doing? And then apparently Nicki Minaj got on it first. Mm-hmm. But then Nicki's hadn't had the best year. Not really getting along with her fellow female hip-hop peers. That'd be a good way to put it. Yeah. And now Cardi B is just hot and on the rise. Mm-hmm. So I think she just got on top of it and was just like, you know what? Do I want to beef? Nah. Cardi, get on this track. Yes. Now, did she know that Cardi was just going to kill the track? To the point where once Cardi drops the mic and leaves the track, that I don't even care what Nicki says afterwards? Yeah. I don't know. But that's music now, man. Like, come on. Like, I shouldn't love Rockstar as much as I should. 21 Savage and Post Malone. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, there are just some people where, like, I just be digging the music, and then, like, I lose interest in the music once I see what they really look like. Post Malone, I did not expect to look like Post Malone. You know what I mean? And like that kind of killed like M83. I don't want to know what you look like. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna ruin it for me. Daft Punk, keep those helmets on. Yes. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. You know what I mean? Like Gorillaz, stay animated. Yes. You know what I mean? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you look like. It's just gonna. Daniel Caesar, I didn't know that you looked like that. Yeah. But you talented, bro. Keep that up. Why do I keep saying you? They're not watching this.
Who knows?
You're right.
You gotta act like you're right. Speaking into existence.
You're right. Hopefully, You're right. My bad.
Hello, Daniel Caesar.
Yeah,
welcome.
My bad. Yeah, yo. Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? I see you. Do you see me? I don't know. That was kind of whack.
That was kind of deep.
That was kind of whack, though. I mean, Drake might see this. What does Drake not see?
Well, Drake sees everything.
Yo, man.
Drake is universal. He's omnipresent.
Right. And I'll give him credit, man. Those NBA awards, he was funny, bro. Yeah. Like, he's funny for no reason. Like, why? First of all, why do you even have a Manny Pacquiao impression? And what happened in your life where you were just like, you know what? I need to work on a Manny Pacquiao impression because that's going to take me to the next level and then do it. Like, I just don't know what events in life happen that makes you think, you know what? I need a Manny Pacquiao impression.
I feel like Drake just like looks in the mirror and does impressions, like
Yeah.
just for himself.
Yeah.
Like Drake strikes me as that type
Yeah.
of guy. Like, but I appreciate it.
But he killed it.
He killed it. Like
But-
he's entertaining.
Yeah, but the main thing about music this year is what we're talking about is, I mean, you can disagree with us if you want. You know, we're on Twitter, Julian and G.K.
Yep.
on Twitter.
Mhm.
We're on Instagram, GK Williams NYC.
Jules XMW.
Right, it's real. And we'll
Yep.
follow you back. We're
Mhm.
real people just
Exactly.
like you. And we can share our opinions, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody special here, you know?
Yep.
We're all living this life.
Exactly.
You know?
Living this crazy ride.
Yep. But most of the good music are like the super albums that we were looking forward to. They happened like way early in the year.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Drake, and Jay happened early.
Yeah, super early.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like the only other, I mean, Chris Brown just dropped a 45
Which is ridiculous.
song long album,
Yes, sir.
which still has hits on it. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but it's
But
just you
like,
got to weed through 45 songs
Yeah.
to get through them.
I mean, SZA was early in the year. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
like, so it's
Love
just,
SZA.
yeah. So it just let Bruno Mars was early in the year. So it's just like what's been.
Yeah, it was very top heavy.
Yeah, so what's been keeping it going? And I made if you watch our end of the year awards, the Jammies
Yeah.
second annual will be this year. That'll
Yep.
be our next one.
Yep.
So please look for that, where we're giving out awards for sports, pop culture, entertainment, music in general.
Yeah.
MVP, best album, best show, best movie, the Damn You Fell Off award, biggest disappointment, like all that. Like, you know, we're doing that, and we are fair. Trust me.
Yes.
Like we'll. You know what I mean,
We have reasons.
we keep it real.
Yep.
We keep it real. And like I predicted that Taylor Swift would have a big year, but
Nope.
no. I mean, but here's the thing: like she's Taylor Swift, she's untouchable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So these things, her songs are probably selling
Yes, somewhere.
out the buttocks, even
Yeah.
though the songs are
Yeah, you don't hear them.
are butt cheeks.
Exactly.
Right.
They're just whack. Her
Yeah.
and Katy Perry. They're
Yeah.
so busy feuding with each other, they forgot how to make good music.
Yeah, and Katy Perry, like, I mean, it's still catchy though. Like Katie's still catchy, but like those MTV VMAs, bruh. I mean, that was just bad all around. Like, is it bad? Is it bad because we're old enough that the VMAs were like a huge deal?
Yes.
Like you used to live for the VMA. Like that was like how you wanted to top off your summer.
Yes.
Like that, because that was like the best of the best,
Exactly.
the cream of the crop, like the icons of the icons. Like that's like the one time they would all come together, but the cool ones, not like the Oscars or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And unlike something like the Oscars, they all have to perform.
Yeah.
Like when the Barclays Center opened up 4 years ago, I went to. I mean, when Jay-Z did those 9 straight shows, I went to one of them. But they hosted the VMAs that year, so they took it from LA and brought it to Brooklyn that year, and. It was one of the best shows I've ever been to. It was. I mean, minus the Robin Thicke part, but
Well, you just hate Robin.
but that was Blurred Lines. Robin Thicke was one of my least favorite songs of all time. Anyway, so it was back when Kendrick just killed Control. So that was like Kendrick, you know,
Yeah.
arriving. But also it was Can't Stop Miley Cyrus, like, you know, that Miley Cyrus. But it was Kanye. It was spazzed out Kanye. It was Really Feeling Himself Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I got my eyes on you. Like if you've ever seen Tay Zonday Chocolate Rain, where it's this dude who wrote this song on a keyboard, and it's just him in his bedroom talking about, and he wrote this song called Chocolate Rain, and it's one of the videos that made YouTube. I'm not
Yes.
making this up.
Yes, it was a big deal.
So he wrote his own original song, and he went on like Jimmy Kimmel and all that stuff afterwards. But his whole thing was, because, you know, he's not like a real singer, or it's not a real studio or anything.
Yeah.
He didn't want to record his breathing. So he was a dorky looking dude. So he would like go into the mic and be like, and then whenever he had to take a breath, he would move away from the mic and come back in. But he'd be like, chocolate rain. Once you go, you'll never go insane. Chocolate rain. Right? He kept doing that. So if you watch the 2013 VMAs of Drake, and like it's not because he doesn't want to hear his breath, because there's no mic.
Yeah.
He's just feeling himself so much that he just can't sit still. So you remember that whole like album cover, right, where it's like all blue in the back?
Yes.
And like, yeah, it was like nothing was the same.
Yep.
Right, so he'd be like this, right? And it's like, I bet you he had coaching be like, look, man, stay on mic. Nobody knows what you're saying. Just stay on mic. But this dude was just feeling himself so much he couldn't help it. So he would just be like, you know, I got my eyes on you. You got the thing that and I'd be like, yo. And here's the thing, I'm like, and then he did start from the bottom, and then like pyrotechnic fire came out of nowhere, and then he dropped the mic like he really just did something.
Is that the one where Jaden Smith like held his head?
Yes,
like he just like, saw the greatest thing?
Yes,
like, oh,
yes,
oh.
yes, exactly. And I'm like, what is this? Like that's when I knew I was getting old because I was like, this is what you kids call music, and I said that to myself in the Barclays Center like out loud, and the dude I was with like, what? I was like, oh, you heard that? No, like that's really, and then like I remember like Bruno Mars came out, did Gorillaz, and like Will was like this is real music, and Jaden was just like,
yeah, in his phone,
yeah, like you know what I mean, but yeah, Katy Perry premiered Roar at the end, and when I have to give him his props, and that's when I figured out that Justin Timberlake is not a star, he's actually an icon.
Yes.
He's actually a pop culture icon. So he
had like a 30-minute concert.
Yeah, he did the Video Vanguard Award, and like he brought out NSYNC in the middle of it, and I was just like, yeah, this dude, he's not Michael Jackson or Prince or anything, but like,
he's a big.
The thing about the main point about music that we really want to get to is, and this is especially for all you old heads out there too, it's like, if you've been in the game, I know the 2000s still seems new because it is, but if you've been in the game for a long time, you have to be fair, and you have to start putting these guys who made their fame in the new millennium as all-time greats. Mm-hmm. Because not only are they keeping music relevant going forward, but they also have longevity. Yep. Let's take rap, for example, right? Mm-hmm. You can't be a real, like, knowledgeable fan of hip-hop and not acknowledge that Drake is one of the best to ever do it.
He is.
All right? He's been doing it for almost 10 years, right?
Yeah. That longest run at the top, like, ever, of any rapper.
Right. Kanye, College Dropout, that was 2003. That was 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. So dude's been rapping for 14 years. Mm-hmm. All right, so you can go back to all your favorites, like, KRS-One, you know what I mean, Rakim,
LL.
Yeah, LL, Dre. Like, you can, Are they amongst the greatest lyricists of all time? Yes, they are. But let's be real, though. Let's be real. Most of them had 2-3 year runs. Mm-hmm. Definitely less than 5.
Exactly.
All right? Like, no one's rapped longer than LL Cool J, right? No. So, well, actually, he hasn't rapped for a while.
Yeah.
But that's why, if you really want to talk about it, like, we're going to do, like, a Mount Rushmore. Mm-hmm. If we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of hip-hop, I don't know if I can go 4. But if you're going to be fair, if you're going to be extremely fair, I think you can't have a Mount Rushmore of hip-hop without Jay-Z. Yeah. Because, I don't know if you feel that he's the greatest rapper or not. That's debatable. Mm-hmm. But what cannot be debated, who has had a greater career in hip-hop than Jay-Z? Nobody.
20 years consistently at the top.
Exactly. So he has to be there. Mm-hmm. Also, who brought hip-hop to its... Who had the highest zenith in hip-hop? Whose peak was higher than everybody else's peak. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's fair to have a Mount Rushmore of hip hop without Eminem being there. Yeah. Because when Eminem was at the top, nobody's top was higher than his. Yeah. And he's a lyrical beast. Yeah. Come on, like, you know what I mean, like, come on, Trump knows. Yes. So I mean, the other two, I guess you can like, I'm throwing Biggie in there. Mm-hmm. It's not just a New York thing.
It is a New York thing, but it's deserved.
But come on, like, it's literally been 20 years. Now, I mean, he's always going to be compared to Pac, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to try to settle this right now, I'm Biggie over Pac because, do I acknowledge that Tupac has a longer body of work? Yes. Mm-hmm. Do I acknowledge that Pac rapped about broader topics? Yes. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to just, do I acknowledge that Tupac was better looking? Yes. Okay? But, was he a better actor? Yes. Yeah. But when it just comes to straight up MCing, just comes to straight up flow. When it comes to this word that's not really a word, but I think it's important to all music, replayability. Yeah. Biggie is king, bro. Like, yes. Biggie's songs still bang 20 years later, and they bang harder than Pac's songs. Exactly. They do. And I'm not knocking Pac at all. Yeah. But for some reason, those two are just so intrinsically linked. Yeah. And they can't help but be compared. Yeah, so
but they're like really completely different. That's like what's so weird, because Biggie was like a raw lyricist. Like, all these lyricists that are dope to this day, they cite Biggie. They go, Biggie, that was my guy. And people who are like more emotional with their raps, they cite Pac. Like, you know, like J. Cole cites Pac, because it's like, that's the guy who's emotional. But if you're talking about lyricism, like the way to flip the metaphors and the similes and put them all together into, like, I mean, nobody is touching Biggie. Like Biggie was like the best at it, and it's just like it's really like tragic, like the way that he was taken away, but that happened so soon because I would have loved to see what Biggie was doing in 2017, the same way that like Jay just dropped the 444 album earlier this year, and you see his maturation from when he dropped Reasonable Doubt to like his album now, where he's still spitting hot lyrics, but it's about grown-up stuff now. You got a wife, you got kids. He like dealt with infidelity. He dealt with all kinds of stuff like businesses that he owns. So he's rapping about that. I would love to hear Biggie rap about like stuff happening as a grown man, like whatever, because his lyricism was just raw. But the thing with Tupac is like, yeah, his influence can't be denied, and he was a good lyricist, but he was not anywhere near the level of Biggie. He just wasn't, and that's just the truth.
Yeah, I just think Biggie's flow. His flow was just ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And like we're not leaving other people out. I mean, like Nas is every rapper's favorite rapper for a reason. Mm-hmm. My only thing with Nas is I don't think Nas is mainstream. As like I don't think he tried to cross over and he had mainstream success, but I don't think that his mainstream iconography, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think his stamp of pop culture.
Yeah.
From a broad scope is exactly as big as Jay or Eminem.
Yeah.
Or even Biggie and Pac. Even though that's more like a posthumous.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all time great. I mean, but that's the problem when you leave like a Mount Rushmore of four. I don't even know why the dude who created Mount Rushmore only put 4 heads on it.
Yeah, exactly.
But come on, but I think the great debate is there are people who are just straight up. There are people who are just lyrically great, but they don't sell. Mm-hmm. And then there are people who can sell, but they ain't much lyrically. But you can't discount either or. It's just a matter of taste.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I like 2 Chainz. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like will he ever win a freestyle battle? Probably not. Is he dropping like lyrical? Is he doing things that will make you like rethink your 401k? No. I mean, come on, he has a song on his most recent album, "Pretty Girls Like Trap Music," mm-hmm. which was supposed to be the retort for Nicki Minaj because he's featured on it, the retort to Sheether.
Yeah. But
come on, 2 Chainz says some stuff something. This watch is a Breitling. Master bedroom in the right wing. Sex her to sleep. She got pipe dreams. Like, come on, I didn't see that coming. That's just what, you know what I mean? Like, that's fun. That's just fun. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a place for that. There's always been you can't deny contributions from Nelly or Ja Rule or you can't. It's just like the same way you can't knock contributions from Talib or. Yes. Or Mos Def, or people that just their lyrics first.
Yeah.
Which is why the great debate now, I think it's a matter of taste. I have no idea. I have no problem going 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
But Kendrick versus Drake,
yeah.
I feel like what Kendrick has done this year with Damn, which was my whole knock on him before, was replayability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is the Pimp a Butterfly a great classic album? Yes, you can hear that from the first go around.
Yeah.
But you're not trying to live your life or be on the elliptical with King Kunta on repeat. You know, I keep saying that the whole time. You know what I mean? Is King Kunta a bad song? No, but that's not a song you want to replay.
Yeah.
Is Schindler's List a great movie? Yes, but do I want to keep watching it? No. You know what I mean? Is Crash a great movie? Actually, no. Hindsight's 20/20, but they stole that Oscar. Good for them.
Yes.
But I think what Damn did, and maybe I'm a pure 90s head too, but so it has a 90s feel to it. But I think Kendrick combined both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got the lyrical content and he got the replayability production. He put it to to me it's a masterpiece.
Songs.
It's a masterpiece.
Came up with that loyalty song with Rihanna. I felt like that took him to another stratosphere. That made him accessible to people who weren't listening to Kendrick before because they just knew him as the angry black dude that was spitting all these crazy lyrics. But then that joint with Rihanna came out, and now everyone knows who Kendrick is. Yep. And I think that's what was keeping him from being put in the same discussion as Drake. But I think, like you said, it's just two different things. It's Drake I just don't get when people knock Drake. It's if he was whack, I could understand it. But the dude has good bars. He has good beats. He's been doing it consistently, like you said, for 10 years. It's just I just feel like it's a certain thing that when you achieve a certain level of success, people start hating or trying to downgrade your success. But Drake, like, he makes good music. And Kendrick, like you said, he wasn't marketable before. All his albums are classics. That's the thing with Kendrick. That's why I feel one day he is going to be mentioned in that Mount Rushmore, because every single one of his albums, going back to Section 80, are great, remarkable albums. It's just that they weren't gonna, like, for hip-hop heads, they were great albums. Like, I'll listen to those albums or whatever, but like average Joe on the street who like kind of likes hip-hop but isn't like a big fan of it wouldn't be listening to that. But damn, they will listen to that whole album because it's just a great album and it's accessible to everyone.
Yeah, I think he's the Steph Curry of hip hop, basically. Like you can just tell you don't need his career to go on to know that he's not already all time great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when people want to put Steph Curry as like 50 greatest player of all time, he's 2-time MVP. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, he
is.
He's young as hell, but Kendrick's.
He changed the game. Steph Curry changed the way that basketball is played.
Kendrick's only 3 mainstream albums. You're right, but hey.
They're all classics.
Hey, the proof is right there. Yeah. All right, so we should end this on... All right, so what do you think of these new kids? Like, I was just at a barbecue where it was mostly, like, young kids, like 11 and under.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like... I'm hoping that it's like when we were kids that we're dumb. Like we know the lyrics, but we don't know what the lyrics really mean.
Yeah.
Like you know, like we were young, we were talking about like, you know, all I want to do is drop my zoom 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 and a boom boom. Like that was just fun to say. Like
exactly. We didn't know what it meant.
And like now you look back and I'm like, okay, like the whole video is just girls in thongs on beaches. Like what else?
We should have known.
What else could it mean?
Yes.
But like I see these kids like, you know, talking about like, you know, I don't really care if you cry. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. I'm like, I really hope that you don't know what you're saying. But all these kids, like, they know the songs. Like Lil Uzi, like, come on, like 21 Savage, Lil Yachty, XXX Extensions, like, you know, T Grizzly, Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Russ.
Yeah, like, yeah. Who are these dudes?
Yeah.
Who, like, I mean, I'm not knocking them, but like, are these? Because, you know, like I said, we are old heads. We are resistant to the new stuff. But if the new stuff is good, cool. Yeah. But I'm not just going to accept it. I'm not just going to give you a pass.
Exactly.
So I'm asking you, since you're younger than me, you know, he graduated high school 2 years early. That's a fact. So he's definitely younger than me. So this is a boy. This is a wonder kid. Are these new kids, like, really that hot? Or
I feel like...
too early to tell?
I feel like it's too early to tell. I think some of them have potential. Like, I think they have their own little niche. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't think... You have guys that are like Joey Badass, that are like the lyricists, that are like these young kids that still spit the way that we grew up. So that's, I think, like people from our generation, we look at a guy like Joey Badass, or even like, you know, J. Cole or Boy, we're like, yeah, that's hip hop. That's what hip hop's supposed to be. And we kind of like downgrade the other guys. But I think what we forget is that when we were growing up, like I at least know for me, like when I was listening to like Biggie when Biggie first came out, and Jay-Z and all this, I would have older heads than me being like, oh, those new cats are all right, but LL and they ain't Rakim, they ain't Big Daddy Kane, they ain't like, you know, so they were trying to like shit on my guys because to them, my guys were like okay and not compared. So it's like, I don't want to, and I told myself at a young age, I don't want to be that old guy shitting on the new kids' music. But to me, it's like, yeah, is our music better? Yes, it is. It just is. I'm just like, not
90s parties are lit.
Exactly, 90s parties. Like when you go to a party,
is,
you want to hear 90s music because it's just the music is the best. But am I going to just like?
Girl, her name was Maxie.
That joint gets the party started.
Yeah,
but
you're not topping that.
Exactly, you're not topping that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to like crap on their music overall. Like I've heard some of the stuff. Like I think 21 Savage. Like a lot of this stuff is dumb, but a lot of it's catchy. Like a lot of it's catchy. Like I'll find myself when I'm driving stuff and I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just like mumbling along to it because it's just catchy and it's like so I get why the kids like it. It's catchy music. Like they get the lyrics. I feel like it's the opposite now. It's like, you know, when we were young and we listened to stuff we shouldn't be listening to and we didn't fully get it. Like I listened to like Lil' Kim's Hardcore the other day and I was like, whoa, I really should not have been listening to this when I was 12 years old. This is some crazy stuff. But like I feel like now when I'm listening to the kids' music, I don't know what they're talking about half the time. The kids know, but I don't know. But I just like the way it sounds. So it's like I feel like it's like a reverse. So I don't want to crap on the young kids' music. I'm willing to give it a chance because I don't want to be that old head that just dismisses them. But in the same breath, I am going to say our generation was better because it just the music just it was the golden age. Like I feel like I even watched this documentary CNN did like a while back about the 90s and about the music, and it's like even all these music analysts who've been tracing music back from the like the 60s, the Beatles, all that, and even they all agree they're like the 90s were the golden age of music. It was like every genre was like rap, country, rock, everything was just like at its zenith in the 90s. So we were fortunate enough to be a part of that era. But I'm not going to crap on the kids' music. Enjoy your music, kids. Don't let old men like us make you not enjoy your music. But just know that our music is better. That's all.
As you should, man. Like, hey, and young kids, show some respect to the elder legends, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Bruno's the dude.
Yeah.
He is.
Yes.
He is, man. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I mean, there are other examples. I'm just leaving them out.
Yeah, but
you young, like you get older, they get even older.
Yep.
So you get a blink. Taylor Swift's gonna be in her 30s.
Yep.
Katy Perry might already be there.
Yeah.
Like these things. JT is not young.
No.
You know what I mean?
He's our age.
Yeah. I mean, like just get with it. Get with it. But youngins, man, yo, keep doing your thing. Keep the art form alive, man. Hip hop is supposed to be a fad, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
You
now
know what I
look
mean?
at us. Now they recently declared #1 genre of music in the world.
Yeah. Now, if we can just get the same type of passion, put it more into more R&B music for a brother, help
please.
me out.
Bring R&B back, please. Can we do that?
Man.
Can we bring real R&B back? Not this like thug R&B where like they want to act like they're thugs. No, like R&B like, girl, I cheated on you. I'm a piece of crap. Please take me back. And they got the tears in their eye in the video, and there's rain in the background. That's what I want.
Yeah, you wearing chinchilla sleeveless jackets for no reason. Like Tank, maybe I deserve. Like, son, no breakup is ever that bad. Like, you better be lyrically, vocally, like not even lyrically. You just better sound good as hell to have me singing a song like, yo. You know what, girl? You should cheat on me.
Maybe I deserve.
That should never happen. Yeah. That should never happen, bro. Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But
yeah.
I want music like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want like the blue chinchilla furs with the ice in the background and holding a puppy for no reason.
Yep.
I want that R&B back.
Bring it back now, please. Yep. That's music today.
So that's music today.
Right. And if you want a more in-depth analysis of it, because, whether you agree, disagree, you can find us Instagram.
Yep. Jules, XMW.
GK Williams, NYC. Also on Twitter, Julian and G.K. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be doing our end of the year awards, the jammies.
Oh, yeah,
so you're going to be seeing, so we're going to give you the whole music wrap up. We're going to be getting in depth. We might even get a little racial with it.
Oh, whoa.
Or shall I say sociological? You know what I mean? We're going to give you like that broader scope. You know what I mean? We're going to put it on perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
All right. So for me, Julian, this is GK, and Jamaican Alpha, we are
out.